Good to know.
I am that guy.
Um, yeah. In fact, let me see if I can do something real quick. Because I don't think any of you actually like got any photos. You just have vague recollections of what you saw, right?
I was too busy fighting robots.
I was too busy ramming vehicles into things.
I was too busy being almost run over.
Hey, by the way, I've seen that girl in the game, haven't I?
Yeah, you did when you got caught. I think in one of the cheating moments.
Perfect. Now remember what I just said. I will be the end of us all.
Lifetime goals. You're gonna put in your character sheet as a goal.
Sure, put it down. Griffin remembers. What was my mage's preferred way to die?
I think by destroying the universe at this point.
Nope, hubris. Hubris was my preferred way to die.
Isn't hubris everyone's preferred way to die?
I don't know about preferred. My preferred way to die is in an operation, because then I'll be sedated and not know it. That's a moment of real life introspection for you.
Everything getting pretty real. Okay, this is I went ahead and uploaded this. This is a loose sketch of what you guys can piece together for remembering about the robots that you've seen.
Wow, I was remembering. I was thinking more of like a human face.
Well, some of the robots when you were in the factory, though, like for example, when Rahul got ambushed, one of them had a human face, but the other one was wearing like a hoodie, which I have pictured here, although I have it open so you can see some of their body. The robots tend to have a sphere for a head that's raised up higher than where the jawline would be. And the ones that weren't like when you went to you didn't really get a good look at them, but when you went to the factory and altercated with these guys, some of them were not in disguise, didn't look human. They have this spherical round head that has this big central eye that looks a lot like an infrared camera, surrounded by 4 other sensors, which you didn't get a good look at them. You're not exactly sure what they are. You're not even sure that central eye is a camera, but that's what it looks like. It looks a lot like those black glassy domes that you see either on security cameras or on self-driving cars.
Might that machine then have been I'm gonna use a word here, printing press for like disguises then?
Maybe. The problem is the police, even though the police have great photos of it, it's been thermited to hell and back.
Right. I'm just thinking that if these guys were, they were already made, they were being shipped there, because we have their shipping container, or we had their shipping container. We've hidden it somewhere, which then tells me that that machine might have then just been, lay down in here, we'll print out a 3D body around you, sort of scenario.
And also, I forgot to draw these on there. There'd also be these little, like, slots, like tabs, that are on several different axes that look like you could snap stuff onto it. Now, when you guys... Did any of you injure one of the human-looking robots? Like, I think when Rahul, you were attacked, the only one you actually, like, stabbed was the robot, not the fake police cop, right?
Yes, but he was trying to look human.
Right. So the round, and I may have drawn the head a little too large, the sphere would be slightly smaller, like we're anime characters, so our heads are huge. But the sphere is smaller than a head, but you can see where you might be able to snap a kind of mandible attachment or a face attachment onto the front of this. So you could like put a human like latex or fleshy mask over this spherical structure. But most of the robots you saw look like that. The ones that were taking shots at you, I think, Rahul, you actually got into the factory and saw them like up close and personal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't draw it here, but the arm assembly, the forearm assembly itself, had a kind of like a corkscrew inside it that had an electric motor that would pull the spring back, and then they would slide a bolt into place and then shoot it directly out of an assembly in their forearm. The crossbow bolts that they fired at you, the police report would have noticed this. Those are hunting crossbow bolts. Those are conventional aluminum crossbows that could have been bought from a store. They have serial numbers on them, so I assume they can be traced, and that's what the police report says. But so the police are looking for people with crossbows, but doesn't nothing unusual. It's the mechanism they used to shoot at you with that was weird. And I also have there there's a rib cage inside it. A lot of these look like that kind of. They looked a lot like the Terminator, because the Terminators had the skeletal structure. It was made out of aluminum with little divots and snap points on there, so stuff could be attached later.
So yeah, I think in my head I was thinking the iRobot ones from the Will Smith movie.
Yeah, they're not as nice looking as those. Because those had a nice kind of body, but those also had that kind of smooth plastic structure,
right, on
the outside. Whereas the ones you saw here didn't have niceties like that. They look like they kind of, I guess they look like amusement park animatronics that haven't had the stuff added on the outside.
Chuck E. Cheese is after us.
Yep, Five Nights at Freddy's, the anime. Even though this takes place in the near future, the concept of humanoid robots that walk among people is just the subject of conspiracy theory. It's not something. I mean, I'm sure people are a lot more scared about I don't know, suicide drone bombs than they are scared of humanoid
and the royal
robots.
family being
Could
alien
suicide
lizards.
drone bombs go nuclear? Find out tonight.
Yeah.
And stay scared all day.
So, once again, there's no mention of any of this in the police report. So, so Jakai, you look around, you have one success, but no one stops you from going to work. Oshiro, you called in sick. No one, a lot of people text you back saying you should get better.
Also, you have a lot of work to do, so,
I send them emojis back.
Oh,
just happy face, heart.
You're already behind. Also, you took out a loan, and now you're taking sick days.
This is definitely not a prelude to me suddenly disappearing. Nope, not at all.
Then also, and Rahul and Katsu, you guys will get text messages on your phone that using the Vital Hearts client. And it's from Jakai and Griffin and each other saying, hope you guys can get back on the game tonight. Can't wait to play the game again.
Is that really Jakai?
Definitely.
Yeah, you guys know they're fake. They're not you.
Or is it? Am I just really excited to play the game again?
I think at this point we can just assume that we are not using it.
Am I just so tired from 2 hours of sleep that I've forgotten not to use the game client?
Oh, sorry. And then all four of you get a text message that says, congratulations, you guys have unlocked, your level of play has unlocked a special achievement. For a limited time, all of you get double experience points and double drops.
Damn it, I know it's a risk, but now I've
If you
got to
log
play.
on right now, you get a free $2 in the cash shop, which isn't enough to buy anything.
And it's the exclusive, green fat chocobo mount or whatever.
Oh, but I wanted the black fat chocobo mount.
They're adorable.
This is only available for the next 24 hours, so act now!
But the game's not even up yet. It wouldn't come up for another 12 hours.
Use this special code to log in.
Oh, shit. I left my helmet at home! You know Jakai would be riding the train playing the game. I got 4 hours to play. God damn it, if I had brought my helmet with me.
You can play it on the Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi on the train is...
Well, no, I set up a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone.
Yeah.
But Seriously though, I have a 4.5-hour train ride to get to work.
Yeah.
I would seriously play the game.
Desktop rig to play it, even with the helmet.
Yeah, I could see you doing that. Well, there's I forget the guy's name in Dot Hack, which is the 1999 anime. There's the one like
It was great back in the day, not so much now.
There was the salaryman guy who logs in from work. And he gets all mad at everybody, saying, "Why'd you have me log in from work? We think there's someone trapped inside the machine. But I don't have time for this stupid crap. I gotta get back to work." And then logs off.
Which guy was that? I know there was like the cop, the person who's like depressed and alone, the person who's actually in the game.
The guy has he has the pointed nose, the black slick back hair, the brown robe, fights with the staff.
God, each one of those is an element of 100 other guys.
And to make it amusing, I'm working right now in the back.
Working right now. Avery, don't admit your cyber crimes on the internet. We're recording this.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yes, Avery's doing legitimate. I gotta make my finger quotes here. Legitimate program.
But yeah, a fourth of my day is spent on a train, so...
Yeah, so I could see you bringing the helmet with you if you wanted to wear it. We did specifically make them portable.
Then yeah, I would have brought the helmet with me.
So you're going to log in while you're on the train?
Yeah, I got 4 hours to kill.
Going to use that special code?
I have to. Bonus experience plus a fat green chocobo.
Now I have to add the mount rules.
They also have like the Dragon Quest slime hat now.
Sweet.
It's Dragon Plus. It's the Chocobo slime.
It's like you go from like a completely sensible character design to just complete product placement.
Is it the steel-colored one? I want the steel-colored one.
Hold on, I'm making a note that we're adding Choco Slimes to the game.
Now it just sounds like a candy.
It sounds delicious.
Gotta hit up that vending machine for my own Choco Slime.
Okay, so Jakai will on the train log into the game, and I assume Jakai is the only person who's logged in. Kenishiro and Rahul, when the two of you get this like code message that says if you log in right now, I'll give you double experience points and a free DLC, do you log into the game?
Oh dear. I suppose we are on the same train because I don't see the point of staying behind at Jakai's place.
Well, I guess the point was that we're like in hiding and we're trying to formulate up a plan.
Also, sorry, I forgot to ask you guys what you're going to do. Also, don't forget, neither of you two have rested yet. Remember, if you have anything that requires a rest to get back, you have to, like,
rest.
You guys have literally been up for like 24 hours.
Yes, my reason to go to Jakai was to avoid potentially getting caught up if my hiding place was compromised.
Okay.
But if it's not compromised with the police, I can go back and start fixing it.
Okay, so you'll hop on the same train then.
Yes.
Remember, 4.5 hour ride. You got
Makes
plenty
sense.
of time.
Well,
right, in that case, I guess I'm stuck here with Katsu then.
Yeah, so Katsu, what are you going to do?
Katsu wants to sleep.
All right, so you will sleep. You'll get back all of your 1/day, and you also get back the cleric thing. We're going to recharge also recharge everything. So they'll recharge that for you. So, all right. Well, Jakai is going to go ahead and log into the game using his portable headset. Rahul, what are you just going to try and sleep on the train, or are you going to also log in or do something else weird?
I am so conflicted right now.
As you're conflicted, Jakai puts on the headset and logs in. Okay, so
okay, so this is going to be such a huge it is going to be such a spectacular failure that I want to see it for myself first person, so I will log in.
Okay, so you'll get your phone on.
Does Rahul have the hacked headset? Is that what he's using, or is he just a normal one?
Yes, I do have the hacked headset.
Rahul has the hacked headset, whereas Jakai does not. This is the funny part. Rahul, you can log in using your phone just fine. Jakai, you can't log in unless you turn location services back on. They won't let you on Vital Hearts without location services.
2 hours of sleep. I do it.
All right. Yeah, because the game is also supposed to be exclusive to Japan. On your computer, Rahul can be using a VPN, but also Rahul is a hacker and rolled 3 successes earlier. So, all right. So you'll log in. Yeah, and you'll use are both of you using the special code?
Hell yeah, Choco Slime. Green.
All right. So yes, both of you, yay! So both of you get added a specific, the Choco Slime feather hat and the Choco Slime mount.
Is it everything I dreamed it would be?
And more!
Awesome.
Oh my god, it's virtual reality. I can feel the feathered slime running my hands.
Now, if it's a Choco Slime, I imagine it bounces rather than runs.
It does both. It does a bouncy run.
It's like a giant bouncy ball that I'm running across the countryside.
Thanks everybody for backing the Vital Hearts Kickstarter so we can make Chocobo Slime a real thing.
The dream made reality. Also the tagline for the game now.
Yeah, so you guys are both of you will start in Cartesia City, the hub city. And while you're there, the avatars of Ohira and Katsu show up.
Oh hey, I thought you guys would be asleep.
No. Yeah, you'd think that due to our normal login schedule, says Ohira. But we got this offer for this special mount. We couldn't refuse to log in.
I know, right?
I'm so glad you guys are here. I was worried about you.
Why? It's just a train ride.
Yeah, Katsu nods. Yes, says Katsu. I also often ride trains, as I am a human in Japan who must commute.
Oh, really? Where do you commute to?
I work various jobs that are somewhat dissatisfying and make me want to experience a virtual reality simulation.
Oh, it's job just a code word?
I won't bother you with details. Yes. Now I'm not going to make the two of you roll questioning rolls because you immediately suspect something is up.
I mean, I don't have questioning. In my mind is, again, the worst thing I have.
Actually, now that I think about it, both of you are on the train, so you might not know this. So I actually do have to ask you guys to go ahead and make a roll of mind questioning with a bonus D8. What skills do you have useful in seeing through identity theft?
That's the same thing I rolled last time. Rolled a D4, D1.
I have observation. Also, street.
Streetwise will help you. Observation won't because you're in the virtual reality world and it already looks fake because you're in the virtual reality world. They don't look like this in the real world. So it's more like questioning where you start asking them like specific questions. Or like I said, I'm being over the top in the way I'm describing it. But yeah.
Also, academics would help.
I mean, if you had to do a big sophisticated behavior analysis, maybe, but questioning is the skill of knowing if people are real or fake.
Okay.
But I will give you the extra proc for Streetwise. So, right. So you have one success and so with one success, Jakai just thinks it's kind of weird, but you have 2 successes, Avery, because you have 1 success and Streetwise. So you think, well, wait a minute, Katsu is really tired, and you start asking him. You can just ask them probative questions like, "Oh yeah, I thought you had been tired after we logged in to the Eastern Silk Road." Katsu says, I love using the Eastern Silk Road." You go, "We didn't use the Eastern Silk Road. We actually used the Western Silk Road. That other server has a much better response rate." So you suspect it's an identity theft thing. Jakai, you don't.
Yeah. starts telling me there was 3 kids, and I'm thinking to myself, he didn't have 3 kids. Oh well, maybe I didn't know.
Well, he kind of covers up a bit. Rahul, now that you suspect that these are 2 other people using their avatars, do you tell Jakai? Do you pull out your sword and stab everybody? What do you do?
I will let Jikai know. I suppose we have some kind of
Direct messenger.
way to communicate outside of the game.
Well, you're on the train, so you can walk
Yeah.
over to his car, tap him on
right,
the shoulder.
yes.
I know. I can see suspicious. I have to find somebody to communicate to using your channel. Wait a minute, and then like flash and just.
Maybe if I open my mouth and vocalize.
I'll open my mouth and use my larynx to make shockwaves in the air.
Yes. Definitely not in a situation where I have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the 2 of them will say, "Yeah, I can't wait to go on more quests." We've been playing this game for a long time, says Ohira. And Katsu says, "Yeah, and we really don't know a lot about each other. We should probably open up more and give personal details away."
What's actually intriguing to me right now is that I have to wonder if identity theft Ohira and identity theft Katsu are better players than.
Oh yeah.
They very well could be. I rely entirely on other people.
I love your mercenary attitude of, I think they're identity thieves. Huh? Do you think they're better mains?
Hey, I have to point out that I am the guild leader here, and I really need our
Look,
last
I know
performance.
your account, but do you have a good gear score?
Our last performance in that fight was rather lackluster, and if these people are better, DPSs and healers.
Jakai, what abilities would you? What abilities or plans would you have for finding out if the identity thieves are better players?
Well, I mean, we could just put them into a fight somewhere. Just run out of town and find a mob somewhere.
Go do a dungeon on your train ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll of mind. You guys pick a quest that's like one of the side quests. It's pretty easy to do.
Maybe this is the point that we actually do our last adventure.
Go kill Hogger in the woods, I guess. I don't know.
I'm assuming that tactics would be the skill at seeing how well they fight. So I would suggest making a roll of mind and tactics. I'm not going to game out a giant solo mission.
No, I understand. I expected some sort of thing.
Do you have any other special abilities that would help you notice how people fight in games?
I mean, can I get a bonus for being guild captain?
I will give you a bonus D8 because you are the guild captain.
Can I assist with? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you can assist with mind and tactics. Botching it won't ruin it. Botching is an optional rule, so you could just go ahead and roll. So
nope.
Probably shows up. It's like. I can just see you being put out like, hey, they're identity criminals. Yeah, but we're getting double experience and double drops.
Yeah, and I'm too tired to think properly.
My first grade teacher, Mrs. Nakamura, who lived on Hitsusatsu Street, her favorite food was rice balls. What was your first grade teacher?
Hey, I don't remember what your mother's maiden name was. Could you tell me again real quick?
Yeah. It's a special game we have where we tell each other the maiden names.
Yeah, but 2 successes.
So you guys go on a side quest to fight more of the chupacabras. And get further along in that quest. And yeah, every now and then, some of them blurt out like inappropriate questions that sound like the kind of thing. Like, hey, can you help me out with this photo? I can't identify which ones of these are cars and which one of these are street or sidewalks. But more importantly, not only do you guys cream the quest and get a lot more iota drops, because, double drops, but the 2 of them are fighting way better. In fact, you can't help but notice that when their cooldowns in the game recharges, they're already clicking within milliseconds. It's almost as if they have no latency whatsoever.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna look over at Rahul and I think to myself, man, if just one more maybe. Then we could finally
How
do
are
this.
we on time?
You
Because
got, yeah. This only takes you a few hours, and you're starting to get close to your station. But yeah, this is one of those side quests that can be done in like an hour or two. In
I
fact, you
think
guys are having trouble doing it because since you're on the train, you guys actually have latency problems, whereas these guys are just cleaning up.
yeah, I think we should log off.
Why?
Oh, we understand that you're busy. You know, it was really good gaming with you, says Katsu. And Hiro says, yeah, we should get together sometime.
I'm gonna wave here over me real quick. Just can I get a word with you real quick before we all
Wow,
log out?
this is a level of familiarity that I'm not quite used to. I think our bond has really strengthened, Jakai. You know, you're a real friend.
I am a real friend. That's what I want to tell you. I know you're not Akira. But I like the skills that I'm seeing out there, and I want to know if I can recruit you to the guild.
Well, Hero's already in the guild.
Yeah, but I want this other Ohira too. Look, man, you can make a second account, I don't care, but I think you'd be a real asset to the team.
I don't understand. I already am part of your guild.
I just told you I know you're not Ohira.
What skills do you have useful in convincing Ohira to break kayfabe?
None.
Why don't you make a roll of will and presence then?
So will it is. I feel like this would be a very stupid use of force of personality.
Ohira, I don't want to say T poses. I want to say maquette poses, like, you know, stands neutrally for a moment, like loses all kind of body language in the game.
Right, falls back to default posture.
Right, falls back to kind
T
of a
poses.
default posture. Yeah. Well, see, it's funny because I would say it's like their chest starts moving, stops moving as if they're not breathing. But this is anime; no one's ever breathing. And keeps smiling when he says, "If the game is so important to you, I would be happy to go ahead and take you to the next level."
Wow, I haven't heard that since high school. What's the next level?
I can't discuss it here in the game. What's another way I could reach you?
I have a phone. You can call me.
If you trust me with your phone number, I would be honored and never abuse this privilege.
Okay.
I know it's against the rules of the to give out people's personal information over the system, but you and I have a strong personal bond over this game. We understand at a level not like these other people.
I feel like any flashback is gonna, the loading screen with an administrator will never ask you for your phone number or personal information.
Yeah. In fact, you'll have to give it to me like only in pieces, because if you type in a whole phone number at once or speak a whole phone number at once, you'd trip off the admins.
Yeah, like fake typing a URL address. You gotta get rid of the dots and everything.
See, you understand games at the same level that I do, not like these other people.
But don't you already have my number? I mean, you are spoofing Ohira's account. Don't you already have everything that he has?
I keep telling you, I'm really Ohira. Why would I be spoofing someone else's account?
Ohira wouldn't tell me he could take it to the next level. He's not gay.
Oh, is that what you meant? Sorry, I was too busy.
Now the robot must admit its affection.
I could just see him like grabbing the thumbs. I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. I clicked the box and everything. What must I do? No, more seriously, Ohira will just smile at you and say, well, here's my phone number. And I'll give you, I understand if you don't feel comfortable giving me yours.
Well, I mean, the moment that I call you, you'd have my number anyway, so.
Oh, Hero will smile. Well, you're probably getting very close to work about right now.
Yeah.
Up, and it looks like the double drop period is ending. And Katsu, like while they're off there, Katsu is gonna like try chatting with Rahul. Says, "So, do you have any like psychological problems?"
I will just laugh.
I think Rahul, we've been fighting alongside and leveling up in this game. I think we have a strong bond. I think we're ready to take this to the next level. Sorry, I can't say this without cracking up. Almost word for word the same spiel that Ohira just gave. Are you going to give up any personal information or anything, or just kind of like nod a lot?
I will probably use some fake person now.
Right, because you're a professional criminal. Go ahead and make a roll of mind and deceit, and you do get the bonus from Streetwise. Do you have low profile or some other proc about like that for helping with crime?
I have clandestine, sabotage, and streetwise.
Streetwise is appropriate for this. Clandestine is the ability to blend in with a crowd and not be seen by cameras. And sabotage, of course, is the ability to disrupt machines. So, and I think you actually have deceit from being a criminal, right?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and roll that. All right, so one success and the proc kicks in, so you give them a burner number. And Katsu says, "Wow, I will never abuse this privilege." Anyway, it's about time I was logging off, like almost in unison, like Ohira and Katsu said, "Well, it's about time we were logging off. We have to get back to work and things." It's always great gaming with you. Before I started playing the Vital Hearts game, I felt lost and alone. But now that I've been able to understand the true power of friendship, you're a true friend, Susanoo Rahul.
And I will start whistling My Little Pony and Budget Terry.
I think I'm more of the mind. What do you mean the double drop period's ended? It hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Sir, well, we have to. I gotta be going. Bye. User has logged off.
Yeah. Sigh. Feel the motion of the train coming to a stop at the next station.
I got a crime question for Rahul. If you have a burner phone number, no, I guess there wouldn't be any way. That would just be passive. Either somebody calls it or they don't because it's a burner phone number. Okay, so nothing weird is going to happen. Yeah, the train is going to go ahead and get to the station. And yeah, and I guess you'll go to and now of course, like you pull this sweaty mask off your face and you got like Jakai has the biggest bags under his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, pack away the helmet.
Some people will shake their heads, video game addicts on the train, going into work half asleep.
Well,
shameful.
I still got a 20-minute walk to get to work.
The government is right to ban video games.
So I guess I'll make a phone call on my way to work.
The hopeless
Can't
addicts.
they just be normal, they say, as they look at their phones directly.
Yeah. Well, the two other things like look at on my phone I have baby pictures, thank you very much. Like normal people.
What a weirdo. But they're not even his babies.
Shut up. They don't have to be. I don't pry into your personal affairs. Yeah, in fact, there will be people doing disapproving looks because there are people who are like complaining about video game addiction. We don't need the foreign influences of China and the US coming in here and ruining our glorious Japanese workaday heritage. Turning the country into a bunch of slackers. Yeah, in true anime fashion, someone would have to proselytize it, Jakai or whatever. You're ruining.
Oh yeah, old woman. Standing on like the edge of the the train station walkway, yelling at people coming through. Just
Yeah.
happens to single me out because she sees like a helmet or something.
Well, you take the helmet off, you have the bag under your eyes. No one's yelling at Rahul because Rahul's a foreigner and thus obviously beneath notice.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I was about to say something weird. No, never mind.
Yeah. We're getting weird here on the channel, guys.
Well, no, I just mean that I'm half Indian too, so I'm not exactly. He's a foreigner, and I don't look exactly full-on Japanese.
Well, Rahul, yeah, right.
Not Garu. What's the word?
I don't think. Well, not only does Rahul not even try to blend in, but I think Rahul, you also wear like drab-looking clothing and.
Yep, I do look uninteresting by
Right.
design.
And you also have clandestine as a proc, so you're not, like, whereas Jakai sits in an obvious place so he can lean his head and be comfortable while he's doing the VR stuff, like Rahul finds another seat that's farther away from people. Also, Rahul helps blend into a crowd because Jakai is a distraction.
That's what Mom said.
Yeah, so, because once again, there is, people are suspicious. I'm not really sure what passes for punditry in Japan, but it would be hilarious in true anime logic for people to say, yeah, factories getting burned down, people burning trucks. This is the kind of delinquency promoted by video games. It's like, how does that even follow? Video game people don't leave the house.
No, don't you get it? If something bad happens, it's because of a video game.
I mean,
I've seen Grand Theft Auto where they give you extra points for burning down factories.
I mean, that is the argument that they've made many times in the past, so, I mean, obviously it doesn't have to equate.
Well, remember, it's also an anime, so everything in the anime has to 100% revolve around what the story is. We must stop everything to play this children's card game.
On a motorcycle.
On motorcycles. Right. So, Vital Hearts is the all-consuming passion. It's all anyone will talk about. Like, Avengers Endgame, total garbage. All we care about are video games.
Well, no, now we just run into characters whose avatars are Thanos or something.
Yeah,
or legally distinct versions of Thanos.
How do they even manage to unlock the purple skin in the game?
Now, if you lock in, we'll unlock Thanos Chocobo Slime. Doing the floss dance.
Sorry, guys, I gotta sit on a park bench.
Get a companion miniature Atman pet when you order now.
Okay, so you'll go walk to work. Rahul got off at the station earlier because he lives in a bad neighborhood. And will take. Well, actually, I think he transfers to another train. So Rahul, when you go back to your place, yeah, I guess you live in such a crappy neighborhood. Your door is just ajar.
Okay, I still have the ceramic knife, so I will just get it ready for any surprises hiding inside the house.
You had two. Yeah, I'm thinking. You managed to get back pretty quickly. You are lucky. No one has actually stolen any of your stuff.
All right.
It looks like no one's been here in the last 8 hours.
Okay. I suppose it's time to fix the door, or replace it, rather.
I'd like you to make a roll of mind, academics, and craft.
I actually have some craft.
Yep, 2 successes, and you also have programming and streetwise. All right, you fix the lock on the door. You have a replacement, but you also do a sweep of your place. Somebody took apart your computer and put it back together better. That's how you notice that someone's tampered with it.
Okay, I wasn't planning on using it at all anyway, so yeah.
Right, but you do a sweep, You don't find any bugs or any obvious stuff, but someone took apart your computer. If you're curious, you can open it.
I'm definitely curious, yes.
Okay, this is hilarious. Somebody tampered with your computer and put it back together, but they didn't put it back together exactly the way you left it. They bothered to clean it. They reseated they put your cables back with better management. But most importantly, you can't help but notice that they have soldered a new chip to your motherboard in such a way that you are in awe at the quality of which they did this. A lesser person might not have noticed.
Nice. Okay.
It's the mysterious it's that mysterious chip that also happens to be inside your cracked headset. The one chip you haven't been able to identify.
Oh, nice.
And I guess it would have next to it. Now, correct me if I get too technical, but I guess it would also have to be laced in with an EEPROM that would actually have instructions on what to do with it, because the chip itself doesn't do that. So,
Most likely, yes.
Right. You spend a moment to marvel at the craftsmanship, and now I don't know what you're going to do with this crazy computer that's been modded.
I will definitely unplug it from everything that's possible to unplug.
You succeed.
And I will put it on the desk for later, and I will go to sleep.
Okay. You are successful. Jikai, you go back to your job. Everyone else is asleep. I guess you have to work today. Since you're the maintenance man, most of what you do is craft.
Yep.
So I'd like you to go ahead and make a roll of will and craft. I think in the last version, did we give you construction or did we give you something else?
I think you call it building now.
Yeah, I'm going to call it buildings, Roman. You basically sleepwalk through your job. Yeah, my computer isn't covered in a 2-inch layer of dust. I didn't know cables could be packed that tightly. So, with an extra success, you sleepwalk through your job. You make a few mistakes, but nobody else notices.
I only know their mistakes because I'm so good at my job.
Let's see. Okay, but everyone else is asleep. You basically will have a lunch break and then the end of your day, besides just chatting with people. You know, people will be talking about, hey, did you hear about on the new, weird report on the news about like youths blowing up a factory? Man, I blame the video games turning youths into delinquents. It's not like it used to be back in the 2020s.
Really? I blame the right-wing media.
Yeah. Do we call it right-wing media in Japan?
I don't know, but I am right now.
All right. Yeah. Everything was better back the way it used to be in the 2020s.
Yeah. You know, back when Hillary won the election.
Who? This is Japan.
I know. Well, you know, U.S.-Japanese relations are very important to me.
Weirdo.
The free market economy, you know. When the Americans are upset about their president, they don't buy as much foreign electronics.
They really don't.
Especially with all the embargoes in the Trump era. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh, well, the terribleness with those weird Americans think they can come in here with their inferior Altamont technology. I'm so glad that we have those local heroes, the Sakura Gaming Company, who are making the future of electronics. But I wish instead of making video games, they made useful things.
I just want to repoint out that I work at the same company, or in the same company building that Hiraku does. So this is a company full of people that make video games, and they want to break into this industry in a mobile fashion. So.
Oh yeah, that's not fair. Zakuro as like an unfair lead in all of us.
So it just seems weird that they would be complaining about video games and the youth, and it's like, yeah, I don't think you should be working here.
We build things for people we have utter contempt for.
Well, yeah, kind of breaking kayfabe here, but yeah, it's kind of like Tanaka can confide in you and say, like, yeah, I feel terrible. It's like, I'm really good at my job, and it feeds my family and gives us better hope for the future. But I worry that what I'm making is destroying the youth of today.
Well, maybe just, I don't know, make games that'll promote the general welfare of the people that play them.
You're right. I'm going to go ahead and program a game where there's no delinquent youth or violence or sexy imagery of any kind.
And don't forget, we have to remember to put in the Chinese and put them as ugly so that we can remind them how much better Japan is.
Yeah, I'm sure this will sell huge.
Why is this man not fired yet?
Values we need to bring back.
I feel like that's the words of some guys walking by. It's like, why is that guy not fired yet? Why is there one of those in every company? Oh, goddamn son of the owner.
Do you do anything with the weird information you provide, or just work your job all day?
Oh yeah, no, probably on my lunch break I'll call that phone number.
Okay. There's no answer, and the voicemail box hasn't been set up.
Well, that's annoying.
But a minute later, you'll get a text message. Says, sorry, I can't, here it says, I can't talk right now, I'm at work. Is this emergency?
Right.
if it was an emergency, you could tell me.
Is there a text limit on this, or?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. Again, know that you're not Hiraku, because I'm at work and you're not. Can you stop saying this stuff and just talk to me for real?
I can totally be real with you. I would never try to play you false, Jakai.
You're doing it. Just stop doing it. Talk to me for real.
Why do you say such hurtful things? Sad emoji.
Look, are you going to join the guild or not?
So there's also the weird part of where you know how you see those pauses that says like Ohira is typing? That never shows up. It's just blunt and like 20 words to show up instantly.
Yeah, no, I do that all the time where I just type stuff off of the window and then paste it in so it looks like it's immediate.
That's totally what's happening here.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's not. Their responses are to the thing, straight to server. I'm just saying that I understand that from a different perspective.
I'd be happy to join the guild. Well, since you've shown that you trust me, I suppose then I can show that I trust you. I often hide behind other people's accounts because when you get too much and reveal personal stuff, people can hurt you. I've been hurt before. Sad emoji.
Yeah, I get that. All right, when will be on next?
Well, go ahead and text me the next time you're on. I have to get back to my chores.
Okay, sure.
But here, let me share my completely legitimate Facebook profile with you. I am the Huri Kaede.
I mean, I'm not going to check it.
Okay. There's a link here.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about Facebook.
Right, or whatever. I don't know what the Japanese version of Facebook is, or
Right.
knockoff version.
It's essentially he just gave me his name. That's all I care about. I mean,
her name. That's a female name.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but I mean, I did that on lunch break, so I got the rest of the day to go through, and then
all right. So
eventually
I'm
going to fall asleep again.
Okay, and eventually fall asleep on the train. All right. So yeah, so you guys will rest, and I'm pretty sure you guys can be armed for something, but I do apologize. I have a little bit of a thing I have to deal with here in my house, and we've been doing this for a couple hours. Plus, also I have some stuff I got to do later too. So I'm thinking, like, this is a good place. We did some progress on the offline stuff, and once again, I want to thank you guys we did some talking about the numbers and jazz for the game. So we're going to go ahead and do an update. So I think this is probably a good place to close it.
All right.
I have a. I'm going to go ahead and deal with a couple things, but everybody does get the 1 XP for participating in the debriefing that we had before this, where we talked a lot about the numbers. And everybody does get 1 XP because you guys were basically true to your characters, where Avery is just like, someone's tampered with my computer. I think I'll just observe that. No, Hero I'm calling in sick today. And sorry, what's Kenishiro's motto again?
Doing it their way is not as much fun.
Yeah. So we're criminals.
Okay, so once he wakes up, he's just going to start stealing more credit cards and doing it his own way.
Or you could help me with the research, because I have an angle I could pursue.
So that'd definitely be 2 XP. There's once again, there's a lot of updates that you guys have good ideas about, but we're processing some things. We're recording this in June, so if any of you want to come by in July and see us at AnthroCon, thanks to everybody who came by to say hi at Origins, which was last week. So that was fun. I didn't see nearly as many of you as I would have liked. He says it reaches out to the big internet crowd. But it's con season, and I got something I got to deal with, so I want to thank you guys for the updates and stuff.
Thanks
All right, then. Thanks for running, and we'll see you later.
All right.